video, we're going to take a look at an individual limit. It's going to be a limit as x approaches 0, and we're going to have a square root here in the top with just a nice little polynomial curve there in the bottom. Alright, so first thing you want to do is always that direct substitution. So we're going to plug in 0. So when we plug in 0 here, square root of 1 minus 1 is going to give me a 0 on top. When I plug in 0 on the bottom, I'm going to get that 0 in the bottom as well. Okay, so that means indeterminate form, which means that I have to do other work in order to get this limit to work out. So I'm going to start by looking at that numerator and seeing that I can rationalize the numerator. So I'm going to have the limit as x approaches 0, square root of x to the 4th plus 1 minus 1 all over x to the 4th. I'm going to rationalize that numerator, so I'm going to multiply by the square root of x to the 4th plus 1 all over square root of x to the 4th plus 1 plus 1, using that conjugate there so that this will multiply out really easily. Okay, so there's your algebraic technique, multiplying by the conjugate. Alright, so on the top there, I'm going to have the limit as x approaches 0. I can square the first term, which will give me an x to the 4th plus 1, and then minus squaring the second term is just going to give me a 1. Now on the bottom, I am not going to get in a hurry to distribute that. I'm just going to leave it as x to the 4th times the square root of x to the 4th plus 1, and then plus 1. Alright, in that numerator, I'm going to be able to see that the 1 minus 1 is going to cross out. I can also see that I'm going to have an x to the 4th and an x to the 4th now that that's going to cross out as well. So when I do that, I'll have a 1 left in the numerator. I'm going to rewrite there so we can look at it just a little bit nicer here. The limit as x approaches 0, I've got a 1 left in the numerator now, and I've got a square root of x to the 4th plus 1 plus 1. Now, when I go to plug in, I'm ready for my direct substitution here. I'm going to plug a 0 in here. So my 1 stays on top. Square root of 1 is going to be a 1. So I'll have a 1 plus a 1 on the bottom. That's going to give me a 1/2 as the overall limit. So definitely a straightforward direct substitution limit there that it resulted in that indeterminate form, in which case you had to then rationalize that numerator, an algebraic technique to then be able to manipulate the limit to come up with an answer. Definitely thanks for watching. If the videos are helping, please share with your friends so they can benefit too, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks.